Well, 2-1 then to Indonesia here at the Putra Stadium in Kuala Lumpur. After P.Gadre gets India on the board. Next up, it's the women's doubles. Nitya, Krishinda, Maheswari and G.Polii up against Ashwini, A.Ponnappa and Pradnya, P.Gadre. Well, two relatively new pairs. When I say new, of course, the Indian pair haven't been together that long. The Indonesians coming out, well, they haven't played together for, well, almost 3 years to the day. Ashwini, A.Ponnappa this time, and not playing in the mixed doubles as well, so focusing purely on the women's doubles here after playing twice yesterday against China. Played well yesterday, these two Indian girls, in the defeat to Yu Yang and Wang Xiaoli. Morton Frost has vacated, well, I'm not sure building, but vacated his seat at least, and allowed Jill Clark to sit down. Good afternoon to you, Jill.
Hi there, Richard. It's been a good match so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it'll be pretty one-sided affairs, though, in terms of the matches that we've seen, but at least the overall tie is still alive. But it would be a big surprise, wouldn't it, if the Indian pair here could put off the victory?
I'm not so sure it would be such a surprise. I think that we've seen signs so far with this Indian combination that it's almost as if they're just waiting to burst through and make that big come through as far as international results are concerned. I remember watching them beat Ma Jin and Tang Jinhua a couple of months ago, and I thought then that there was real potential, and I thought yesterday against Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, I know it was 2 straight games, but the opening game 21-18, I thought it was good.
They played well, they did play well, whereas these two, well, world ranking not there, win-loss ratio this year not there, but you can see they did play together as a partnership 4 years ago with some success, and well, as G.Polii says, the old love story blossoms again, and they are back together again. And they played in the Uber Cup before together. They had some success in that as well, and obviously a partnership that the coaches have seen that has a chance of being rekindled.
Yes, in fact, I can remember at the end of 2009 when they split up as a partnership, and I remember thinking at the time, why on earth have they done that? Because, of course, they'd been in the final of the Singapore Super Series event. They'd been in 3 other Super Series semi-finals. Now, for a pair that had only been together for a total of 18 months or less than that at that stage.
Wasn't too shabby, was it?
It wasn't shabby at all. Why on earth did they split in the first place? So, you know, I think it's quite exciting that they're back together. But it's also very surprising that they've selected to do this when they haven't been playing regularly together in tournaments.
Yeah, here's P.Gadre and A.Ponnappa's record. 50 is their world ranking, but they haven't really had the chance to play all the events required to total up world ranking points, so they are probably slightly higher than that, or better.
Yeah, only 7 tournaments towards their world ranking. You really need 10 to get a realistic ranking, and therefore, you know, I don't think that 50 is reflected of their capabilities at all.
But to give you an idea, they've been playing together, obviously, in the warm-up to the Sudirman Cup. Here's the umpire for the proceedings, Michaela Benkova of the Czech Republic. Carol Fergal of Ireland is the service judge. They split the camp into 2 teams, Tigers and Eagles, and the Indonesian pair here got to play against Gebi and Tiara, who are the other women's doubles pair that are here, and they won 21-11, 21-11 against the pair that have been playing pretty well of late. So just shows you the kind of partnership that has capabilities for Indonesia. But India will see this as a way of maybe pushing the tie all the way into the decider in the mixed doubles. 2-1 the lead here for Indonesia. Of course, it was Ashwini, A.Ponnappa and Joanna Gutta at the Olympics.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, India represented by Ashwini A.Ponnappa, Pradnya G.Gadre. On my left, Indonesia represented by G.Polii, Nitya, Krishinda, Maheswari. India to serve, Pradnya G.Gadre to G.Polii. Love all, play. One love.
Oh, starts with a very fine backhand there from Ashwini A.Ponnappa.
Does this partnership then suggest Polii and Maheswari that Miliana Johari is on the back burner as far as G.Polii is concerned?
Well, G.Polii has recently been playing women's doubles with a much younger player, an 18-year-old called Adwanda, and I thought that was perhaps a ploy by the Indonesians to try and bring on one of the younger players. I'm not quite sure what's happened to her former partner, I have to be honest, because Johari, obviously, very well publicised what happened at the Olympic Games with Polii and Johari, and maybe the psychological effect of being disqualified from the competition and everything that went with that, and perhaps psychologically she's struggling to come back. Maybe physically is struggling, I don't know. I haven't heard on the grapevine what the real problem is.
Well, it's been a good start from the Indian pair. G.Gadre, the junior partner, not necessarily in age, but in terms of experience for Sudirman Cup for her. Getting around the net to make it 2-all there.
Service over, 3-2.
That's very nice play
Service
indeed.
over, 3-4.
G.Gadre. Reading the game well, knew she couldn't finish off the first one, so just places the shuttle into a very awkward position for her opponents before going for the winner. Oops.
Service over, 4-3.
Yeah, good defensive shot across courts. In all honesty, I would have thought that having played the aggression on the defence, it really should have been Ponnappa that followed forward to the net. She was very hesitant.
5-3.
That's brilliantly taken.
Service over, 4-5.
Very steep backhand kill. Look, there's virtually no follow-through of the racket. It's a short, sharp movement of the racket head. Very effective. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's gone to change her racket. Greysia Polly off the court.
And they're hanging in. Oh, after all that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure she did change the racket.
5-4.
Well, not to the one she wanted anyway. It's because they clash rackets. It must have broken one of the strings.
Unfortunately, we didn't see the actual clash there, but we've seen that often in men's doubles, haven't we,
Yeah.
Richard? But we don't often see it in women's doubles. The players quick enough to scamper off court, go and pick up a new racket, carry on the rally.
Can almost be off-putting for the opposition, can't it? 'Cause hello, where's she going? And then you're not watching the shuttle.
Service
that's
over,
right.
6-5.
You see it in a lot of sports. In tennis, when a player falls over on the court, how often do you see an opponent then make an error on their shot when the court's wide open? It's just because you just catch sight of your opponent out of the corner of your eye. As you say, get distracted. I'm very, very impressed with P.Gadre. Her reading of the game, her movement at the front of the court, just perfect in that rally.
Tight affair so far.
Service over, 7-6.
There she is again.
Service over, 7-all.
I think we were discussing yesterday, weren't we, Richard, about the decision of A.Ponnappa to stick with Gadre rather than go back to reforming her partnership with Juala Gutta. I think we can clearly see here why she, and I actually, concur with her. I think this partnership has got huge potential.
I don't know, there was always something about Juala Gutta that was fascinating to watch.
Great character. Her reading of the game as well, absolutely extraordinary. Because, you know, the number of times we talked about, you know, she wasn't necessarily the quickest badminton player in the world, but she was always there in the right place at the right time, even before opponents had hit the shuttle. Now, so many players could learn from that. So much of it is reading the game, understanding the game. And Juala Gutta was second to none, really, as far as women's doubles was concerned in that. And still is. She's not done for yet. She's still playing, but it won't be back playing with Ashwini A.Ponnappa.
All. Service over, 10-9. Service over.
Party once more.
10-all.
Smash, much flatter that time.
So it's A.Ponnappa and Gadre who have a fragile lead at the interval, very even affair.
Towards that right shoulder of Maheswari.
Scored 1:20 seconds. Scored 1:20 seconds. Thank you, coaches. (11:10) play.
Pradnya with the upper hand.
Service over, 11 all.
Snuffling that one up.
Service over, 12-11. Service over, 12-13.
Doesn't really seem to be a defined pattern to this match yet.
No, but I think that's because we've actually got very good doubles players on court who are very aware of the game, and therefore we're not seeing particularly long rallies. Of course, we'll curse the commentator, we'll have a very long rally now.
We don't mind that.
We don't mind that at all. But you see how they work the rally. This is what I love seeing about women's doubles. We've had too many women's doubles in recent years where everybody's just trying to keep the shuttle going. These two pairs look to make opportunities. They look for the opportunity to go forward to the net. And this is the style of badminton, as far as women's doubles discipline is concerned, that I love to watch.
Service over, 14-13.
No doubt about it, Gadre is trying to dominate the net. Really good steep angle on that one.
Service over, 14 all. All. 15-14. What?
No. Kova not interested in entering into discussion as to who was ready, who wasn't ready.
16-14.
That's a great flip serve from G.Polii.
That's the side to do it from, isn't it?
17-14.
Giving the drift. And it's 4 points in a row, won
Service over,
by the Indonesian pair, which
17.
doesn't seem such a big run, but given the state of affairs in this opening set, it's been the biggest run that anyone's had.
Well, it came off the frame of the racket, but they all count.
17.
Created her own luck there, yeah, really reached up. Just got a racket to it. Oh, that's going to go well wide. Goodness me.
Service over, 18-16.
Perfect rally.
Oh, that was going wide.
And
It
it is
certainly
wide.
has.
There was one before that as well, a lot earlier in the rally that I also thought was perhaps going wide. It's
19-16.
close call, isn't it, when you're not too sure. Sometimes it's safer just to play the shuttle.
Yeah, I remember the one you were talking about. It was a very short lift, wasn't it? And
Ashwini.
Greysia took it round the head, and I thought at the time, crikey, why didn't she leave that?
Service over, 17-19.
Must be strange for them in some way, Maheswari and Polly here, that here they are back together.
Play.
I mean, such a gap. I mean, they're not old, are they? They're 24 and 25, but to have this 4-year gap.
Yeah, that said,
18,
you know, the way
19.
the Indonesian team function as a team and their training setup, you know, I've watched them train, and they always swap partners the whole time. They have an awful lot of fun at training, and, you know, there's no doubt they will have, even recently, even, you know, prior to any suggestion of them being selected for this particular match, they would have been on the practice courts many, many times before.
Well, the Indian pair fighting back in this opening set. 19-16 down now, back at 19-all. Game point though for Polly and Maheswari.
Service over, 20, game point 19.
Greysia Polly doing the damage at the net, and it's Polly and
First game won by
Maheswari
Indonesia,
who come out on top in that
21-19.
tight opening set, 21 points to 19.
Scored 120 seconds. Scored 120 seconds.
She's a popular player, isn't she, Greysia Polly? She's been connected to the Athletes Commission.
Greysia.
Yes, I think that speaks volumes, because, you know, if you compare to other sports,
Second game.
other athletes who have been suspended
Level.
or banned because of
Play.
bad behaviour or, you know, breaking the rules on doping or any other reason.
No, you get ready faster. Play.
Well, that's quite
I
clear,
said
isn't it?
play. Play.
She let it go though. She could easily have given the point there, but she let the let go.
Yeah, going back to my point that, you know, it just shows how popular Greysia Polly is, and how much her peers respect her as both a person and as an athlete as well. So, you know, despite everything that happened at the Olympic Games, still hugely popular.
Gold. 2 love. Service over, 1-2. All.
Just wide, another miss hit though.
Service over, 3-2. Service over, 3-all. Out. Service over, 4-3.
Did well to get out of the way of that.
Really good disguise from A.Ponnappa.
Service over, 4-all.
Great precision too. Don't get much better than that. Wonderful shot.
Service over, 5-4.
Gadre left that, hoping it was going to drift out, but it was well in.
Service over, 5-all.
Yeah, shuttle had gone past G.Polii. This one here, yeah, it's gone past her. No hope of really controlling it properly. Sorry, the shuttle just popped up easily for her opponents.
Six, 5.
Well, once again, it's whoever can just put a little run together, isn't it? There's that 4 points in a row that G.Polii and Maheswari got in the second half of that opening set that really gave them the platform to take it. Nip and tuck once again at the start of this second one.
She's hit it too long.
Yeah, did the hard work.
Service
Lovely
over,
drop shot
7-8.
again. That was a big miss.
Service over, 9-7. Service over, 8-9. Service over, 10-8.
Nice idea, good positioning.
Service over, 9-10.
Yeah, just shadowing the shot she should have played. Did you see the follow through after that shot? A long follow through, and after she made the error, just had a little tap of the racket here, just saying to herself, that's what you should have done. Short, sharp movement.
Well played.
10-all.
Instinctive flick there, landed right on the line.
Service over, 11-10
It was
interval.
11-10 to the Indian pair at the interval after set one. That's the way it is again here in set two.
Got 120 seconds. Got 120 seconds. Thank you, coach. Greysia. Greysia. On court. Play. No.
Well, of course, Indonesia looking to win a third.
Out.
Out.
Out. That was short.
Well, the Indians felt it was in and celebrated the point.
Service over, 11-all.
That out was given. It is 11-all. Of course, a win here for the Indonesian pair would mean a place in the knockout stages. India already beaten by China. That was a mile away from G.Polii. She can't believe how far away
12-11.
from the line that was.
That's good defence.
Out. Service over, 12-13.
That's going out again.
Service over, 14-12.
Lovely women's doubles play.
15-12.
Good variation in attacking play. Good defence. Good movement. That's just a super shot to end it from Ashwini A.Ponnappa.
Out. Service over, 13-15.
It's landed well in.
Yeah, well, that was a teammate calling. She left it after Gadre said it was going out. And quite clearly it wasn't.
Change it.
Oh, that is a super shot from Maheswari.
16-15.
What a rally!
Yeah, wonderful, wasn't it? The movement on both sides of the court.
17-15.
Attacking play, switching from one side to the other as well.
Talked about those decisive moves. That's 5 points in a row now for Maheswari. Make that 6 points in a row for Maheswari and P.Gadre. And
18-15.
it could mean curtains here for India.
Service over, 16-18.
Oh, Maheswari missing out there.
17-18.
Well, and that level again.
18-all.
Oh, she is so annoyed with herself there, Ashwini A.Ponnappa.
Service over, 19-18.
All set up with an excellent return of serve.
Service
Good
over,
use of the mid-court area.
19-all.
And towards the tram line, front of the rear court player, but getting it past the net player.
it's game point India. A.Ponnappa and P.Gadre have turned this one around.
20, game point
Well, it's
19.
been an excellent set, hasn't it? Some of the badminton has been great to watch.
Play.
Now, can they take it to a third set here? Oh, wonderful. Maheswari with the beauty to take it to extra points.
Service over, 20 all.
And the drummers return just in time. He had a pretty long lunch break though, didn't he? Now it's game point Indonesia. Match point Indonesia.
21-20.
Flick serve, red. That's it, you're done. Maheswari and Polly see Indonesia into the quarterfinals. And unassailable 3-1 advantage now, with the mixed doubles still to come. They were made to fight there
Match
by
won by Indonesia,
Pradnya,
21-19,
G.Gadre and Ashwini, A.Ponnappa.
22-20.
But 22-20 after winning that first set, 21-19. Indonesia 3, India 1.